Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, and welcome to Jammin with Kron Rex. Did you know?
Yao Ming's career is actually a lot crazier than I think people give it credit for. So, Yao Ming made the All-Star team every year.
Like,
Rookie year. Rookie year. He made the All-Star team.
In his final year.
He played 8 seasons. Made the All-Star team every year.
That's insane.
Yeah. When he was in China and played for the Shanghai Sharks, he had a foot injury which cut like 5 inches from his vertical. That's a lot to be cut off. And he had a pretty unguardable jump shot as was.
Yeah.
So could you imagine that with 5 more inches added to it? Made all NBA team 5 times. He, for his entire career, he averaged 19 points and 9 rebounds. And keep in mind, he was pretty injury prone throughout his entire career.
Yeah. After the injury, he still had a 26-inch vertical on a standing vertical.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking wild.
So he would have had like a 31.
Yeah, it's 7'6", and Shaq denies the fact that he's 7'6". Because Shaq's like, there's no fucking way he's 7'6". That dude was like 7'8" or like 7'9". He's like, there's no fucking way that dude's only 7'6". He had one season where he averaged 25 points and 9 rebounds, and he only played 48 games. That's fucking great, because I saw he had a season where he averaged 25 and 9. I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good season. But I was like, oh, he only played 48 games. So he missed, 24 games? Mm-hmm. Like, literally a third of the season. And, Shaq has played against a lot of big guys. He was in the NBA during the I wouldn't say arguable, during the, pretty much the golden age of big guys.
Yeah.
Where he's played people like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, and Shaq puts Yao up there with Hakeem. He puts playing against Yao is he put that as more of a competition than playing against David Robinson and shit. And he said Yao and Hakeem are the biggest challenges to him.
Holy shit.
And he described his first game against Yao, and Yao blocked him the first 3 times Shaq tried to shoot over him. Yeah. It's pretty fucking great. Don't get me wrong, I knew that dude was good.
Yeah.
But, I didn't realize, because whenever you talk about the what-ifs of the NBA, I always think of, Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, Tracy McGrady. Even though, Derrick Rose, probably the biggest one. Even though Tracy McGrady had a pretty long-standing career, Penny Hardaway, always thinking shit like that. I never really think of Yao. But the dude only played for 8 seasons and really didn't play 8 full seasons.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that good. I guess just the longevity has always made me think that he was kind of a disappointment of the he didn't do as good as he was projected.
Well, yeah, they didn't get a ring with him too.
Probably that as well.
Yeah.
That I've always kind of looked at him as being a good player who just not the extreme of Greg Oden, but something similar of he just never
an upgraded Big Z.
Yeah, he just never panned out.
Yeah.
But he was good for when he was there. I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah, apparently dude was that good. I mean, making the All-Star team your rookie year is pretty crazy alone.
And I think just as crazy as making it your final year in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Shaq said if Yao would have went through injury-free, you would probably be talking about Yao in the top 5 centers of all time.
Yeah.
And
I can see it.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with the amount of time he played and him doing all he did. They was on Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes podcast, and they was talking to Tracy McGrady about his career and stuff. And T-Mac said whenever he went to the Rockets, the first thing that the management told him, because he was like, I was just come off a season where I got the scoring title that year. The first thing they said to me, they didn't say, welcome to Houston or glad to have you. They said, you're not doing that this year. Because Yao's on the team.
Yeah.
He was like, you're not getting the scoring title this year. And he was like, well, why the fuck not? He was like, wow, what's going to happen? And it was like, well, you got a big guy down there that we have to get involved.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, dude. So, yeah, I just didn't realize how dominant he was. And I mean, this dude made the All-Star team his rookie year and still didn't get Rookie of the Year because of Amari Stoudemire.
Oh, I was about to say, who won it?
Yep. Yeah, Amari was a fucking beast. I think people forget how good he was, too. I mean, that dude was like an MVP candidate for like 2-3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then went to the Knicks.
I actually think of him as a Knicks player. Just because that's when I really liked him.
Oh, I think of him as a Suns player.
I think most people do.
Yeah, him and Steve Nash. I loved that Suns team.
I did too. But when he went to the Knicks, I was like, that's whenever I was really starting to like the Knicks.
Yeah.
And he goes there, he's balling, he's getting the MVP chance, and then they get Melo, and I was like, this might be the coolest team I've ever seen. And then
that Melo ruins
and then it's the Knicks. So, you know what happens.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
But, yeah, so I kind of think of him as a Knick more than a Suns, even though he's definitely he's a Suns player.
Yeah, it's always so weird when the Suns try to when the Knicks try to pursue somebody, because he was coming off of an MVP candidate year, and then he got an eye injury where he was like going to go blind in one eye. And the Knicks were like, we got him. Like, give him to us. And we're like, dude, no, why? And like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got him.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't know. I think we did make the playoffs that year or the year after. But, I mean, dude, I loved that early Knicks team. Well, when I say early, I mean early for me.
Yeah.
Everything that I say is relative to my own life.
He played 8 years on the Suns, turns around, and goes 5 years on the Knicks. I didn't know it was that close.
What do you mean?
I thought he played, say, 10 years on the Suns and then, 3 years on the Knicks. I thought it was more,
I got you.
Very definitively he played
Well, yeah,
more
when
on
you
the
look
Suns.
at it like that, that is kind of wild.
Yeah. He played 2 more years in the leagues. He went to the Mavericks and the Heat, which I don't really remember.
I remember the Heat. I don't remember the Mavericks.
Yeah, 2014 he played for the Mavericks. 2015 he played for the Heat.
Then he go to the Middle East and play?
He might have. He wasn't doing good on those two teams. But on the Knicks, his first year, he was dropping 25.3 points a game, shooting 50.2% from the field, shooting 43% from 3, 8 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game, and pretty much 0.9 steals, 1.9 blocks. That's balling.
Yeah, he's balling. And then comes Melo. And then everybody else on the team only averages 6 points a game at most.
Oh my God. His next year, which I am assuming where Melo comes in, he goes from 25 points to 17.5 points. Yep. He goes from 50% to 48% shooting. His 3-point percentage goes from 43.5 to 23. Rebounds go from 8 to 7. His assists go from 2 to 1.
I'm actually surprised about that one. I figured everybody's assist would have went way up.
Well, no, Melo was.
Melo ISOs. Yeah, he's not a spot up shooter.
Yeah, he would catch the ball and dribble it just enough to get your assist taken away, and then shoot it.
Yeah, he was kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, and then his blocks go down too. Oh my God, he just got completely worse. Actually, he just is on decline because they go every year is just worse until his last year on the Knicks. It gets a little better, but he only shot threes those 2 years. From after the year Melo came in, which I'm just assuming on the 2011. After that, he has no 3-point percentages for the rest of his career.
Dear Christ, man.
Holy shit. Melo was like, no, that's all me.
My God, that era was so fun to be a Knicks fan. It was really I mean, it's never not been frustrating, but you had Tyson Chandler, Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Raymond Felton. It always just doesn't seem right when Jeremy Lin plays into that. Because I see him as a Knicks, but I don't see him with those other players.
When was he, when was Linsanity?
2014? 15? Maybe Melo just didn't play anymore. Because, I don't know, it just didn't seem... I don't see that entire team plus Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, it didn't. It doesn't sound right.
No. Because I want to say I was still in high school whenever Linsanity was going on.
Yeah, we definitely were in high school. I'm trying to pull up that. No, I don't want a YouTube video.
God damn. It's been like 8-9 years since Linsanity.
Oh, the first year Amari was on the Knicks was the year Orlando went to the championship.
Against the Lakers.
It says against Dallas. Orlando and Dallas.
They're Orlando? What?
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Did Orlando make it to the finals multiple years?
I don't think so. Yeah, that doesn't look right at all.
Because I know for a fact they played against the Lakers one year.
Yes. Yeah, because...
Did they make it to the finals that many times?
I didn't think so. Let me look at this. No. It's Lakers-Celtics in 2010. What the fuck was that video? I guess maybe that was like a what-if video?
No.
2010 playoffs is Lakers-Celtics in the championship. Lakers win 4-3.
What?
2010 playoff brackets? Is that...
Dude, I vividly remember Orlando and Lakers in the finals.
Yeah, I just don't think it was 2010. They definitely make it.
Well, no, because I mean, Lakers obviously would have won that, and I think that's the championship that set them apart. Shaq, no, it's not. They made it to the finals a different year.
Yeah, let's see.
2008. Look up. I'm pretty sure it's 2008. I don't remember Dallas and Orlando playing in the finals.
I don't think it was. Because it was 2010. That video said 2010.
Oh.
And it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lakers and
yeah.
Celtics.
That's what
2009 is when they lost in the finals.
2009?
Yeah.
So they made it back-to-back years?
No.
What is going on?
We just covered this. Orlando did not make it in 2010.
Okay.
That was Lakers and Celtics.
Okay, so they only made it 1 year, but
yes.
The Lakers... No, Celtics won 2010? Or was that the Lakers won?
Lakers won 2010.
They won back-to-back?
I guess so.
That doesn't sound right either.
Holy shit, man.
That does not sound right. I do not think the Lakers won back-to-back years.
Lakers championships. Most recent, 2020.
Okay.
Before that, it was 2010. And then before that, it was 2009.
Damn, they won back-to-back.
Yeah. And before that, it was 2002, 2001, and 2000.
Yeah. With Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
That's so weird, because that didn't seem like that dominant of a team to win back-to-back. Like, what was that? Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, Ron Artest? That's actually a pretty fucking solid team, and I haven't even mentioned Kobe yet.
Yeah. You're kind of forgetting one very key component.
Yeah. Maybe Andrew Bynum? Because, I mean, Andrew Bynum was projected to be like Shaq at one point, and then he just... I don't know. I don't know what happened to that dude. What are you looking up?
I was looking up the Lakers team in 2009. Oh yeah, they won in Game 5 against the Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was kind of ugly. Yeah, you pretty much named it. Trevor Ariza.
Oh yeah, he's usually on teams.
Yeah, I think that's like the only notable person you didn't name. Dwight Howard, Rashad Lewis, Turkoglu,
my boy,
JJ Riddick.
Dude couldn't miss in 2K. If you had Hito Turkoglu just stand in the corner, it was him and Peja Stojakovic. Mm-hmm. They could not miss spot up threes.
No, they were too good.
I think they had did you say Courtney Lee?
I don't think I said it, but yeah.
Courtney Lee, Jameer Nelson.
Yep.
God damn. I think Courtney Lee missed a game winning.
Gortat.
Oh. Dude, he's so ugly.
He is ugly.
He's so ugly.
Yeah.
What's his first name? Martin? Martian? Or something like that? It's really weird.
Marcin.
Martian? I don't know.
Yeah. I just say I wasn't going to try it.
It's big ugly.
That's what I called him.
Yeah. I just wanted to share that little bit of basketball information.
Yeah.
Before we started your quiz. I want to quiz you. I don't want to tell you what the quiz is about because I think I don't know, you might be able to figure out what this quiz is about first. But, all right, Brenden. How physically strong are you? Are you a total beast, stronger than most? I'm not a weakling, but I wouldn't say that I'm strong either. I have to admit that I'm pretty weak.
I would say the second to last.
I'm not a weakling, but I wouldn't say that I'm strong either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already don't like this.
How comfortable are you being in a leadership position? I'd much rather follow someone else who has earned my trust. I can take a leadership position if I need to, but I'd really rather not. I'm comfortable in most leadership situations. I'm very comfortable in a leadership position. In fact, I thrive on it.
Second to last again.
I'm comfortable in most leadership positions.
Yeah. I say that because there's a lot of... there's just shit I don't know, and I don't want to be the leader of shit I don't know.
That's fair. The leader of shit I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of people be the leader of shit they don't know.
How regularly do you experience moments of weakness? It's pretty rare. It happens every so often. Never all the time.
What's the definition of a moment of weakness?
I guess a moral weakness or
yeah,
a moment of weakness is
it feels.
I don't know. Look it up. What is a moment of weakness? I guess it's just I don't know. When you just can't mentally push yourself to do something. I just can't find a good way to describe it.
Yeah, because that's... a short time during which someone makes a bad decision or does something bad that they would not normally do.
Oh, there you go.
Never?
How often are you bad?
How often am I doing something bad that I wouldn't normally do? Never. I don't think I ever...
All the time. I'm a very weak person. Are members of the opposite sex attracted to you? Yes, in a big way. There are some who are attracted to me, but it is pretty rare. Not at all. I think I'm generally considered attractive by the opposite sex.
What a jump. It was
yeah, no, it's
I'm being sexually harassed? Sometimes.
Never.
I guess because it's not rare. So I guess it's the extreme.
The extreme?
I guess.
What about that? I think I'm generally considered attractive by the opposite sex.
Yeah, that works.
I'll say because to me, you're either there or yes in a big way, and that's like Chip Skylark.
Yeah,
there's people beating the door down. How popular are you? I have a few friends. I have a pretty substantial crew. I'm more of a loner. It seems like I'm friends with pretty much everybody. Yeah, they have pretty weird jumps.
I have a crew is hilarious.
I got a gang.
A few friends.
What's a substantial crew?
Hilarious is what that is.
Just me and the substantial crew. Would you say that you're admired by others? I don't get that sense. No. I think that a lot of people do look up to me. There are a couple people in the world who admire me. People admire some aspects of who I am.
I'd say a couple. I don't think... Because this is one of those things, a lot of admirers could be, two.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, a couple is obviously two. But, a lot of admirers could be, 10 people.
Yeah.
But like,
and that's not a lot, but it is kind of when you're talking about people who admire. So that's like a small cult.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with a couple.
How do you react to someone challenging your authority? I kill them. I'm not intimidated. I will engage their challenge without being defensive. I'm likely to initially get a little bit out of shape, but I'll listen to what they have to say. I'm thrilled. Please take it. I'm probably going to get pissed and aggressive.
I'm definitely not getting aggressive.
I can't imagine someone challenging your authority and you're just like, take it. Here you go. Sorry.
I'm also not doing that. I guess like the staying calm one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated. I will engage their challenge without being defensive.
Yeah.
How do you react when things get stressful? I tend to shut down and isolate. I tend to get a little worked up and I make more mistakes. I used to struggle with stress, but I'm learning to let it go. I totally rise to the occasion.
I love being under stress.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I love being put in stressful situations.
Yeah, I was saying, that sounds stressful.
Yeah. So I guess the last
In what scenario?
Like at work and stuff. Like whenever it's like just a example. Like I had to have like my last day. I had to have it perfect or I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking great. And I did wonderful.
Oh, I would have crashed.
I love that. Like I love those scenarios.
I do horrible under stressful situations.
Really?
Like say that trash can right there. If you just give me like 20 paper balls and I shoot them, I make 19 of them, and I'll do some stupid shit in my head where I'm just like, you have to make this one. Like it's the final one, or none of them fucking count, and I'll just like I fuck up under situations like that so fucking bad.
Really?
Oh yeah,
that's
I'm horrible.
That is my favorite like situations to be under. Is like if you fuck this up, it's all on you. I'm like, oh, let's go. Like I love betting on me.
Yeah, I don't. So would you say that you used to struggle with stress, but are learning to let go, or you just totally rise to the occasion?
I guess totally rise.
Yeah, you sound like you're the totally rise.
Yeah.
How would you rate your self-confidence? I'm confident in most situations, but I do get overwhelmed from time to time. I struggle a bit with confidence. I'm very confident, but not cocky. I have a lot of doubts about myself. So I am manically depressed.
Depends on the day, I guess.
What is it, Sunday? Yeah, I feel awful.
I'd say confident, not cocky.
Yeah.
I'm glad you confirmed that one for me.
Yeah. How trustworthy are you? I can be trusted with anything. I'm not as reliable as I'd like to be. That's funny, because that's something you can control. Yeah. And you're just like, I wish I could help it.
I just gotta tell your secrets. I have to.
So I'm working on it, man, but, I'm trying. I tend to flake out a lot. That's a pretty weird way of wording it. I'm a pretty trustworthy person. I definitely do my best.
Isn't the last and the first one kind of the same?
Well, I can be trusted with anything, but the other one is I definitely do my best. So there are some parts where you're like, shit. But the other one's just like, I can be trusted with anything. And I cannot be trusted with anything.
I don't know which one I'm more of, the trust with anything or do my best. Because, like, to me, they feel like the same. If you're doing your best, you should be able to be trusted with anything.
Yeah. Well, because like, there's definitely secrets I couldn't hold. Like, could you imagine if you was like, for whatever reason, you just got a random call and it was from the president, and he was like, "Hey, you're the only person I'm calling, and there's aliens," and you're just like, "What?" And he's like, "I gotta go. That's all I can tell you." And you're just like, "No, don't don't drop that on me."
All right, I'll put me as do my best, because you would be the person I'd be like, "All right, Rex, listen," and
then immediately your head explodes,
and then immediately I forget we're recording.
Yeah,
it's on the podcast.
That just made me think a little bit more into what I said for no reason. What do people like that are trying to crack down conspiracy theories? What's their goal? Like, after they find it out.
I told you so, I'd assume.
Like, but like, what do they expect to happen?
People to be like, "Oh, sorry, I was wrong."
Yeah, but, like, you found it out. But, like, do you think things are going to change?
No. I really think it's just for, like, because, like, if you're like, oh, I believe in this, and then people are like, you're a fucking idiot, it's just to prove all those people wrong.
Yeah.
It's just, like, people that go down that rabbit hole, I'm assuming it's so they can stand out.
An ego trip?
Yeah, it has to be.
Well, because, like, what if, like, somebody confronted George Bush and was like, 9/11's a conspiracy? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, shit, what do I do now? Yeah. Like, oh, God.
I think they would, like, parade around town being like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. You all are fucking idiots, not me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what would really change right now if they just revealed that 9/11 was actually planned by George Bush? Like, what would happen? Like, because my day would not be changed.
Literally nothing would change.
Yeah.
Like, Twitter would be crazy.
Yeah, like, for a minute.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy for, like, a fucking minute. But, like, I don't know if it's true, but I always heard that, like, they revealed that, like, the FBI actually assassinated MLK.
Yeah.
Like, if that's true, if they did, like what now? Like, what do we do?
I think it just, like, the only thing it changes, and, like, we're at that point now already, of, like, not trusting the government.
Yeah.
I think it just makes you be like, all right, maybe I should be more skeptical of them for anything that they say.
Yeah.
Which most people already are.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I'm not the biggest conspiracy guy, but I don't trust them. You know? I mean, I think that's just a fair thing to assume about most people. I just don't trust most people. I didn't look at this quiz before. There's 20 more questions.
Oh my god.
So this will be a good chunk of our episode.
Oh, let's get through it.
Would you consider yourselves to be fully authentic? I'm always completely myself. You have to wear a mask of some kind in this world. I tend to hide how I'm really feeling about things. I'm mostly honest and open, but I have to pretend to be something I'm not once in a while.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just, like, sometimes you shouldn't be.
Yeah, probably just shouldn't be yourself sometimes.
Yeah, like, depending on where you work, maybe you just, like, tone yourself down.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if you, like, work at a daycare or something, maybe not be yourself all the time. You know, if you're, like, an aggressive alcoholic or something, maybe tone it down. Yeah. Not saying don't drink, just, tone it down. How courageous are you? I'm really a wuss. I have never seen the word wuss spelled. I have moments where I do courageous things, but I prefer to avoid having to do that. I have moments of doubt, but I'm generally willing to do whatever needs to be done. No matter what comes my way, I'm going to take it head on. That last one sounded really gay, didn't it?
It's honestly just the second one because, one, I don't want to be called a wuss. But I don't really do many courageous things.
But I prefer to avoid having to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How common is it for you to act foolishly?
Hold on. Go back up. I don't hate doing courageous things. I just don't choose to do them. So I would say it's the...
No matter what comes my way, I'm going to take it head on.
No.
You're a pussy?
No, not a pussy. What's the other one?
I have moments of doubt, but I'm generally willing to do whatever needs to be done.
No, so yeah, we clicked the right one. Yeah.
Okay. How common is it for you to act foolishly? I hardly ever act foolishly. It's more common than I'd like to admit. It's pretty rare. I take unnecessary risk all the time.
What is acting foolishly?
Just goofing up.
Just goofing around.
I'm assuming, like, you act irrationally. Like, sometimes you act more out of, like, heat of the moment than you do, like, logistical standings, or maybe you just walking around and do a cartwheel out of nowhere. You just, sprain your wrist.
All right, what's the least?
What's the least?
The least foolish.
It's pretty rare, or I hardly ever act foolishly, which I feel are...
It's that.
I'll put rare.
Yeah, and say I'm usually planning every single step of everything that I do.
When was the last time you felt completely lost in your life? I feel that way right now. It's been a little while since I felt that way. It's been a while! I felt that way very recently. I don't recall ever feeling like that, or it's been a very long time.
God damn it, I was hoping it was like sometimes feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not.
No, it's either sometimes right now, it's been a while, or a very long time.
I guess.
So, been a while? It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Do you tend to know what you want? I usually have a good sense of what I would prefer to happen. I do, and I don't beat around the bush about it. It usually takes me a while to figure out what it is that I want. Where did beat around the bush come from?
I'll look that up.
Okay, thank you. I generally have no idea. I prefer to others to make decisions for me. You seem to know what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would say you do, and you don't beat around the bush.
Yeah. Is associated with hunting. In medieval times. I didn't expect that to be the next. Hunters hired men to beat the area around bushes with sticks in order to flush out game taking cover underneath.
So what does that have to do with getting to the point? Like, instead of just like literally beating around the bush, like if you don't beat around the bush, you just like open fire on the bush?
I guess so.
Okay. How unique is your style? I have a look and a way of doing things that is totally mine. I dress and act like most people. I take some cues from other people, but I definitely make the look my own. I guess I have some aspect of my style that are unique, but most of it is just what's trendy.
The one before that.
I take some cues from other people, but I definitely make the look my own.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, at least.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a competitive person? I get competitive about certain things that I'm good at. I try to avoid competition. I am highly competitive in all that I do. I'm a pretty competitive person, but I don't have to be the best at everything.
That one for sure.
Yeah.
That is the most perfect answer so far on this.
I know, because the other ones are like, no, kinda, yes, very much, and yes, very much even more. Yeah. You're like, dang, where's the... Would you consider yourself to be more of an optimist or a pessimist? I tend to be very pessimistic. I'm very optimistic. I'm somewhere in the middle. I guess I'm a realist, which is sadly more pessimistic in nature.
It's optimistic. Super, I am cautiously optimistic with everything.
Okay.
Which is what I was hoping they would say, but no. It's either right, the one time it's right in the middle, or extremes on the other ends.
When was the last time you flaked out on responsibility? It's been so long that I can't recall it. In the last week, today, in the last year.
Can't remember.
Okay. Uh-oh.
On responsibility? Flaked on certain things, maybe, but something that I'm responsible for? That's wild.
Did you say you can't remember?
No.
Dude, I saw this one thing on Reddit that said 30 minutes of walking a day can help prevent dementia in the future. And somebody was like, yeah, I've been meaning to go on a walk, but I just keep forgetting. Are you a rebel, or do you tend to follow the rules? I totally follow the rules. I tend to follow the rules, but I'm happy to break them if I think they're unfair or wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely it. I said we can read the other two if you want, but
if the other ones, I go my way in everything I do.
No.
That just seems like you're actively knowing the rules and you go against them no matter what you believe in. Yeah. It's pretty rare for me to not follow the rules. When was the last time that someone said you were an inspiration to them? I am told that from time to time. I get that on a regular basis. I don't think I've ever heard that. Someone said that to me once. I had a kid with one arm tell me I was an inspiration. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He just wanted more arms.
He just wanted to be an octopus.
He was collecting arms. Like General Grievous.
I guess from time to time. It's definitely not... No one's just coming up to me every day being like, you're an inspiration to me.
I don't know you. Would you say that you're more confident or cocky? That sounds familiar. I'm definitely confident, but being cocky is a sure sign of self-doubt. What? Okay. Oh, okay, I get what they're saying. People say that I'm cocky, but I don't see it. I'm neither.
That's so good. Holy shit.
Man, I'm not confident or cocky. I'm neither.
I'm depressed.
I can go a little overboard with my confidence once in a while.
I can go overboard with the confidence every once in a while.
Depending on how much Tito's I got in me.
Honestly, even less than that. It just depends on if someone is doubting me. If someone doubts me, my ego's through the fucking roof.
Yeah, I'm genuinely unpleasant to be around.
The second you're like, I don't think you can do that, it's just over. Like, I have to...
Yeah, I just hock a loogie on their face. I just act like I'm like Jordan or something. Okay, I was about to start reading the answers. Would you consider yourself to be ambitious? I've had some ambitious plans in my life, but I've learned to scale it down. Not at all. I'm happy to just get by. Yes, I have very big plans, and I expect to achieve all my goals.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what was the last one?
People say that I'm ambitious, but I think everything I want to do is pretty simple. I think that one's a pretty good one, too. But
no, I don't think anything that I've picked... I literally say I'm going to be president in, like 2040.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Has anyone ever told you that you make them feel safe? I don't recall ever hearing that. I've been told that before, but it's been a while. I'm very unsafe to be around nowadays. Yeah, that's something that people close to me say on a regular basis. I'll get that from my significant other once in a while.
Okay, so maybe this is weird. Who's just saying that?
Yeah, the one I can relate to is a significant other once in a while, because, like, I don't know, we'll see, like, scenarios on, like, TV or something, and, like, I don't know, just, like, something uncomfortable happens, and the guy doesn't stand up for the girl, and, you know, like, my fiance will be like, oh, well,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She'll be like, oh, you know, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that with you. And I'm like, well, we haven't been through that yet, so chill the fuck out.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, I was like, we don't know the guy that's going to do something like that, so chill out. Well, I'll just have to see who it is first. Like, if it's Kevin Hart, yeah, I might say something to him.
If it's The Rock?
Ooh. Kevin Hart works out a lot. Yeah. I might hesitate a little bit.
You wouldn't know it. Like, unless he's just shirtless.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, if he was... clothed, you'd be like, I can take that guy.
If the dude has cauliflower ear, I didn't hear anything. Like Helen Keller.
I don't have ears.
I didn't hear or see anything.
I'm thinking about this more on the opposite. No one has obviously been like, I don't feel safe.
I feel very unsafe around you. You're just like, yes, you should be. You're smart.
But, like, no one's actively being like, you know what? I feel so safe right now. I'm like...
Yeah. So, I guess you don't ever recall hearing that?
Well, no. That's not... Fuck you.
It sounds wrong saying it like that.
Yeah, and I don't think that's how this question's supposed to be.
I've been told that before, but it's been a while?
I guess.
The other one's weird. Yeah, that's something that people say to me, that people close to me say on a regular basis.
That sounds like you're a psycho.
Or a legitimate bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, that's the line of profession that makes sense that you're told that often.
Yeah, but, like, could you imagine just people come up to you and be like, I feel really safe around you. I'm like, I have to be the least safe person.
Well, that sounds paranoid. Like, I'd be like, is someone after you?
Yeah.
Like, why are you saying that right now? So, it's been a while?
Yeah, I guess.
It's been a while.
It's the weirdest question.
Do people around you tend to improve their lives after they met you? I've noticed that seems to be the trend. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I have that kind of influence on people. Not really. Their lives might actually get a little worse. That doesn't happen to everyone, but it's pretty common.
It doesn't happen to everyone, but it's pretty common.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
I just like to take that credit. So that's not the one that was like, I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
I want the opposite. Is like, I like to say that happens, but I don't know if it really does. Yeah. That's the true answer.
Yeah. I think most of, like, the good I do in, like, people's lives, like, maybe, like, girls I've talked to, usually a lot of them tell me that they now drink a lot more water than they used to. And that's, like, I think, I'm like, you're welcome. Bye. I'm just like a weird fairy that comes around and gets people to hydrate, and then I leave.
You You date women, you bang them, you get them hydrated, and you leave them.
Yep. And then I burn that bridge over a very hydrated lake.
Yeah.
And then I leave. I'm like a weird anti-hero.
You're a
or a dick.
You're a cool guy.
But yeah, I don't. Outside of that, I don't know if it's just like, you know what? I feel much worse for knowing you. You're like, hey, well, you're hydrated, ain't you?
Also, like, I don't know. Could you imagine if you're just like, could you imagine taking this quiz and you're like, yeah, everyone's life around me has gotten so much worse since knowing me?
And you're like, shit. Like, goddamn, how do I suck?
This quiz can't be the eye opener.
You know what I think more so than it is that I'm just like an advocate for just drinking a decent amount of water? Because I think most guys really do hydrate.
Yeah.
Girls are horrible about hydration.
Yeah.
And I think that's more so the point. That's why I emphasize more on the girl side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
I never had to tell my homies to drink more water.
Yeah.
They just be drinking water.
Yeah, because, dude, no, you'll talk to a girl, and it'll be, 8 o'clock at night, and you're just like, oh, you know, what are you doing? I was going to say, what have you drank? But that's a really creepy question to ask. Hey, did you drink that? What I gave you? But it'll be 8 o'clock, and all they've had is, a coffee and, a Sprite from McDonald's. And you're like, are you okay?
Yeah.
How are you alive? And they're like, what do you mean? And you're like, well, you're supposed to have, 8 cups of water a day. And they're like, oh, I haven't had that in, years. How are you alive? It just, I don't know. And that's I swear to God, I think that's every girl I've talked to has no idea that they're supposed to drink water. And then they're like, holy shit. I feel better. I don't get chronic migraines all the time. I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to drink water. Dumbasses. Where's your focus in lovemaking? On pleasure for myself, it's mostly focused on my partner, but I do get into my own pleasure once in a while. It is focused completely on pleasing my partner. It goes back and forth between my pleasure and my partner's.
That'd be one of the,
Yeah.
The
non-two extremes.
Yeah.
Or just I don't care if I nut.
I guess more on them, sometimes me.
Yeah. It's mostly focused on my partner, but I do get into my own pleasure once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just depends on if I'm in a relationship or not. If I'm single, pleasure for me. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
How many people consider you to be their go-to guy? There are a number of people who turn to me when they need things done. My whole community regards me in that way. I don't think I'm that guy for anyone. I've got one person who thinks of me in that way.
I guess a couple go-tos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you... Okay, we'll finish this up and then I'll ask you, but...
Okay.
Where would you rate your intelligence? Highly intelligent, below average, above average, average. I like that there's not an aggressively below average.
The dumbest motherfucker.
I am on the spectrum.
So I have a bad, maybe average is what I would answer. But I only say that because usually if someone asks, how smart do you think you are? I'm usually like, Einstein's pretty fucking... Stephen Hawking's really smart. It's
I've met some really stupid people.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of stupid people to where I'd probably consider myself above average.
Yeah.
But I've also seen a lot of things where they're like, oh, a lot of stupid people think they're smart. And I'm like, oh, shit, I don't want to call myself smart now.
Yeah, I guess I'm average.
When was the last time you lost your temper? Yesterday? Today? It's been a long time within the last month.
It's been a long time. It honestly might be never.
Yeah, I cannot imagine you losing your temper.
I don't think I ever have.
I can't imagine what would have to happen to you for you to lose your temper.
I don't know.
Because I could see someone, burning your room down, and you just being like, shit. You're like, oh, well.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it then. It's fucking done. I guess I have to fight the person that did it, but other than that, that's kind of it.
I can't imagine how mild a fight, between you and someone would be. I can't imagine
it's just
you
handling business. There's nothing more to it.
Are you a jealous person? My jealousy has ruined many relationships in the past. I get a little jealous from time to time. It's pretty rare for me to get jealous, but it does happen. I'm not jealous at all.
Rare. It's very rare, but every now and then.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how aggressive, it is. Like you can tell me how hot you think someone is, like, mainly celebrity, but, like, if a girl I'm with tells me that, like, someone I know is hot or, like, hangs out with, then I'd be like, okay, that's not the same. You're like, I don't know.
All right, so if it's, like, if they're, like, their best friend, their best guy friend, and they're like, I think they're a fucking piece. I'm like, hold on. Yeah. But like
you just hung out with them. Yeah, like you cannot be.
Yeah, that is where I'd be pretty jealous. But like even average people, like if we were just like walking around, like that dude's hot. I'd be like, yeah, that dude is hot.
And then they walk over to him. You're like, no.
Just fucking him right there. Yeah, I'd be a little jealous.
So if you had to guess. What is this quiz about?
What Disney character am I? No, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I wasn't thinking about it at the beginning, and then I don't know. I really don't know what this fucking quiz is.
All right, well, Brenden. So I'll follow up with what it is, but I'll lead with the description. You don't always have to be in leadership roles, but you definitely prefer it that way. You are very comfortable in a position of power, and those around you generally regard you with a sense of admiration. It would take a very confident and powerful individual for you to shift to being a follower, but it has happened in the past.
Yeah.
And you're a pussy. No, you got mostly alpha male.
It's an alpha male?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're mostly alpha.
I mean, that's fair.
I feel like that was an alpha to say. Like, yeah, I don't care. But no, I would have guessed, I don't know, because usually, I don't know, in a lot of ways you're kind of like laid back and I don't care. So I figured that would have just like immediately opened you up to like beta. I assume the like alpha with like very annoying aggressive energy.
Yeah.
Like someone who just took steroids and they're very much feeling the effects of it.
Yeah, well, I think you think that way because if you answered some of those questions, like the leadership, I bet you're someone who's always wanted to be a leader.
I like being in charge, but I don't think I like being the leader.
Really?
So often. Yeah, I don't know if there's a difference in that, but like, because there's a lot of times where I'm at work and like...
We've also talked about this. We're the opposite at work.
Yeah.
I very much take charge, do everything, versus you say that you're very laid back, you're chilling.
I also don't care about what I do, so that's probably a big... Like, if I was a little bit more passionate about it...
It bothers me so much if someone is better than me at my job.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where, like, people that have been there, like, 10 years, I'm like, how good do you do? I have to do better.
Yeah.
And
I remember when I was at Amazon, I was there for, like, a week, and the old lady that was training me, she, like, was losing her shit because she was like, you are doing incredible numbers. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're doing better than, like, most of the people that have been here for a while. And I look around me, and it was just, like, a bunch of fat old people. Yeah. And I was like... Yeah, I should be. And she was like, well, you keep this up, I think there's going to be a spot that opens up for you. I slowed down so fucking much because I was like, I don't... Like, this is a good job for me because I'm like 19 years old and I don't have any stress.
Yeah.
I come to work, I do my shit, I don't have to think about it any other time. But I was like, now, because I do good, you want to stress me out. And I'm like, no, you're not going to do that. Like, I'm refusing that. Like, I just hear my boss be just stressed out all the time. And they're like, God damn, my life fucking sucks. And I'm like, dude, that sounds horrible. I never want to be that good in my spot where they think, like, where they want me to be in that position. Yeah. Like, I don't want to give them that idea.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just don't want that stress.
Yeah, I get that.
Over something I'm not passionate about.
Yeah.
If I was passionate about it, maybe, because it would just, be kind of an interest of mine. But, like, if I don't really care about it, I don't want to be stressed out over something I don't care about.
Yeah, I fall into that trap a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I work super hard, and they're like, you want to move up? And I'm like, yeah. And then I get in the same position of where I'm like, well, now I have to be the best of this position.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. I have to be the best. It fucking bothers me so much.
You know, the whole alpha thing isn't even, like, actually attributed with wolves. Like, the person who originally came... Because that's where you hear alpha mostly is just, like, in wolf packs and stuff. Lone wolf's not even a thing. There's really not lone wolves out there. But apparently the guy that posted that study of, like, there's being, like, alphas, and I don't know all the other shit. Alpha, beta, gamma... I don't know. All this shit is like what is that? All the signs shit like not astrology, right? It's what the fuck is that? Like someone comes up and says they're like a total Pisces.
Oh no, this is what this pulled up.
Omegaverse?
Yeah, that's why I was like, that doesn't sound right. Pisces and stuff like that is, like, I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know. It's just, yeah.
It is what it is.
But yeah, all the alpha shit just seems like that for guys.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, apparently the dude that posted the study, he originally thought there was, like, alphas, betas, and then, like, weeks later, he was like, I take back everything, but it's already too late, and then that got attributed with wolves. And even though that's not even really a thing. But apparently the traits of a beta are they're loyal. Loyalty is the beta's defining trait. They value leadership. They're popular with women. They're usually friendly and well-liked. They're confident with their place in the hierarchy. Which is what I wouldn't have guessed that. Because, like...
I would describe.
Yeah, you see all those, like, videos and stuff of just, like, those, like, uber douchebags who are just like, oh, you're a beta male, and they're just basically describing a dude that gets cucked.
Yeah.
That's not what that describes.
No.
Like, I was expecting some, like, little wimpy guy that hides in a corner and is just, like, curled up all the time. It's like, please, no. But, like, that sounds like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean...
A loyal guy who's just...
Gets bitches. Yeah. That's a loyal, confident guy that gets bitches and they're just pretty comfortable with where they're at. That sounds like a good life. Yeah. Like... If that's what that is, what are the alpha traits? I mean, I guess if you want to know alpha traits, I guess just look at Brenden Kron. I guess that is all the traits you need. So, alpha traits: a strong sense of self, determination, conviction in beliefs, ambition and the desire to work hard, resilience, a desire to be in control, confident, seeking out challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's not that bad.
So it doesn't say anything about getting bitches, though.
You get no bitches at this level. You work way too hard to get bitches.
God damn it. I know.
I did not intend this to be another single episode, but...
God damn it. I'm getting bullied out here.
It's the fucking struggles of being an alpha. Wow, yeah, that is not... that is not what I expected that to be. I wish it would have specifically said, like...
Get zero bitches.
Get zero bitches because you talk about being an alpha all the time.
My biggest... That's my only problem with myself. That's the only reason I don't get bitches. I just keep telling everyone I'm an alpha.
Do you see that one dude who... he said he has his girl make him 2 coffees in the morning?
No.
Do you see that dude?
No. So what's the context? Are you just going to show me the video?
I'm going to show you the video.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's taking me to Facebook. Neat. Fucking Facebook.
There you go.
She made me 2 coffees, and one I would drink, and the other I wouldn't even drink. I just leave it to her. And she'd say, "Why did you make you 2 coffees?" The second one's just like an insult, because you never drink it. You just make me make it, because you want me to bring it to you, but you're not going to drink it. And I said, if someone broke into this house at night, I will die trying to protect you.
I won't kill myself.
I will literally risk my life. If we're walking down the street and a guy tries to grab your ass, it's on. I have to risk my life against Mike Tyson, whoever he may be. He might be strapped. He might have anything. I have to risk my life to protect you. That's my job as a man. And you have a problem making a coffee. Does it matter if I drink it? Does it really matter? I like knowing that you do your job. If I need coffee, you're going to do it. And you get to know that if it ever goes off, I will do my job as a man. Damn. And from you, all I ask is 2 cups of coffee. It doesn't matter if I drink it.
Fucking preach. Yeah.
That's fucking stupid as hell.
I like that that's the trade-off, that he's just like, you make me 2 coffees, I will kill somebody for you. He's wearing glasses, sunshades inside, so this makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, this all lines up to me.
He's got a deep V-neck.
The deepest. Like, that's going down below his shit. I will say, I like that shirt. I do like that shirt.
I don't like it at all.
I think I would like that shirt a little bit more if he had a tattoo on the other side as well.
Yeah.
But it's just here.
Yeah, just
and
his chest.
I can only assume that's a wolf right there.
Oh, it looks... Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a wolf.
That's hilarious, too.
But yeah, because that's usually the energy I get whenever I hear of someone claiming to be an alpha male. You know? Like, that's usually the person I envision.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's definitely the type of person.
You think if you're going bald, you just gotta be an alpha male? Like, you just gotta double down on that shit?
Maybe they work so hard they go bald.
No.
They're so determined, so hard-willed, get so many less bitches that they just start going bald.
Yeah.
But no, you definitely have to overcompensate for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you really... Like, the second that you're like, it's gone, like, I gotta go bald, I think that's when...
Yeah.
You either do 2 options. You either go Homer Simpson and just comb the shit over and try to make it look like you have hair, or you go full alpha male.
Yeah.
Douchebag alpha male.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and it's always great because apparently this dude's actually like a fighter.
Oh.
Yeah. But, like, because I would just want to hear somebody just bring up that he's bald. Like that one clip of that one dude yelling at someone in traffic, and she just goes, "Sweetie, you're bald," and he just loses his fucking shit.
Did you hear bald is sexual harassment?
What do you mean bald is sexual harassment?
Calling a man bald is apparently sexual harassment. Hold on. UK judge rules.
Were they bald?
I bet. Dude, there's no way they weren't.
No, you gotta click on that.
Where?
Twitter? Did you hear about that on Twitter or something?
Probably.
My God. I need to see the judge. I think that's the most important thing in this case. Or the jury.
They're all
bald, man.
I just can't believe it's sexual harassment. Makes it so much funnier.
Yeah, if you said harassment, I'd be like, dude, that's just stretching it. Just let us have fun making fun of bald men, but...
It's sexual harassment.
Yeah, I have never felt sexual whenever I make fun of someone for being bald.
I can't find, like, a non-super long article.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Here's a good one. Commenting on a man's baldness is equal to remarking on the size of a woman's breast.
What? What a leap.
This is because it can be inherently related to sex.
Dude, I love the levels of insecurity when you look up bald-related stuff. Because the first one is, like, what do you call a bald person? And I was hoping for just the funniest things, but it's hairless. That's
that's good.
Yeah, like, you don't call them midgets, you call them little people. That's like what this is saying. Like, you can't call them bald anymore.
Could you imagine being like, sorry, sweetie, you're hairless? It's just as bad.
And the next one is it says, do girls like balds? Most women recommend...
Like the balds.
Like balds. Most women recommend men to be proud of being bald, but also accompany the bald look with a nice beard and a fit body.
Yeah.
Women find this to be a great way to emphasize that masculine and tough side of a guy and create an extremely attractive and charming look. I don't think I've ever seen a bald guy be like, they look charming. Like, to me, they look vicious. Like, they look like... Almost every pun intended on this one, but they look like they have a hairline trigger, you know? Like, they look
good.
like...
That's good.
They look like they're just ready to go off at any second. Like, when you're dealing with a bald person, to me, it always reminds me of, like, like, if you had a friend that, like, slept with your sister or something, like, you can't really argue with that person because you know they have something on you. Yeah. You know, there's something that they can pull out. Yeah. And if you argue with a bald person, like, they're going to be like, don't you say it. Don't you fucking say it. Like, you can just turn the argument at any point.
I'll claim sexual harassment, motherfucker. Try me.
Does bald mean white? Bald comes from the Old English word bald, meaning white.
No, it means being bald.
So I'm going to start claiming that as a slur. If I ever hear someone say bald, I'm going to just go off on them. What is the English of no hair? Dude, people don't know how to type. Why is it called bald? Oh, hey, a bald eagle. Is balding unattractive? Are bald men attractive?
God, it's so good.
What the fuck?
All right, no more bald. What?
Why is the eagle called bald?
All right, that's fair. What else? What else we got on the agenda? Are we about done? No.
Does baldness affect dating?
Yes.
Entirely. It will ruin it. Okay. What do you think about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
Wow.
Yeah. And its lack of emphasis on addressing the bald issue in America.
He does. He don't talk about bald.
He's talking about pretty much everything else.
He talks about the F word a lot. Mm-hmm. Super disappointing.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was just okay at best.
Yeah.
I only saved 2 songs off of it. Not to say, like, I only like 2 songs. I think it's good.
What are the 2?
Fuck.
One of them better be N95.
N95 was one.
Yeah.
Shit. The other one is what a lot of people think are like going to be Rich Spirit.
I did just see something that said calling men bald at work is now considered sexual harassment. At work.
Okay, yeah.
But, and what was the other one?
Rich Spirit.
Oh, okay.
That was super loud. Alright. I think Father Time with Sampa is really good.
Yeah.
We Cry Together, the song where he's just arguing with a girl. I thought that song was good.
Yeah.
And then Mother I Sober.
I thought you had 2 saved.
I do, but those are the other ones that I think are good.
Oh, you didn't save them?
I don't think I'm going to really return to them too much.
Yeah.
On listens. I've listened to the album probably like 3 or 4 times all the way through.
Oh, wow.
Just because...
Did it come out like 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I listened to it the first time and I was like, okay, that is what it is. Like, it kind of just... I don't know. I was super disappointed because I think it's easily... Like, for me, it's Kendrick's worst album.
What would you want it to be?
Better than his worst album.
Well, like, what is it lacking? Is it just, like, not enough energy, not enough, like, towards what you want it to be? Or is it just... No. Is it just not a good album?
Okay, so for me, and the argument that I've heard for, like, the reason people love it so much is it's such a personal album. It sounds like he's at a therapy session. I like that idea. I just don't think it works well for me. It feels like an album of, like, that was made for him.
Yeah.
But as a listener, it doesn't feel like this is for me. And, like, maybe that's selfish, but, like, Yeah. It's supposed... I think it's a good album for him and telling his story. So, I just don't think it's entertaining as an album.
Yeah, so it's just not for you, but you can recognize that it is still like a good album at least.
Yeah. I mean, Kendrick's super talented. He's obviously, like, it's well written, but I actually think it's not.
Yeah.
In comparison to his other work.
Dude. Okay.
So what do you think about it? I'm assuming you think it's pretty good?
I think, so, from what I've listened so far, I think it's a really good album. And it's not a returnable album. Like, this is not going to be something I listen to often. Like, this is going to be an album that, like, its initial punch is what's going to resonate. Like, it's going to be when I listen to it, it's going to be like, I can't really listen to it for the first time again, so it'll never have that effect. But, like, him talking about that, like, him on that song where he's talking about, like, I think it was his first time banging a white girl. Mm-hmm. And he basically said that, like, she was paying for, like, the sins of her father, who was a sheriff that arrested his uncle. And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That, like, that you're banging this chick and you're like, this is her paying for her dad's sins.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn. Like, N95 fucking kills it. That's actually my song of the week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, I don't know, everything that I've heard so far, it's been really cool. I've loved the boldness of the discussions being brought up. It reminds me of the rap equivalent to Chappelle's stage in his career right now, where he's taking on the heavy hits, where it kind of is done it's going to draw controversy, but it's done in the right way because it's done by, like, such a talented guy, a very well credited guy, that they're just it kind of comes off as like it's going to definitely piss people off, but it's kind of like, yeah, well, he's doing it the right way. He seems like he's coming about it in a genuine way. So it's just because, like, I have seen a decent amount of people pissed off about, like, what he's talking about and, like, the terminology that he uses.
Mostly you're just talking about the Auntie song.
Yes.
And I get it. Like, I listen to Sean C. talk about it, and he does it very well.
I've been meaning to watch him lately because I haven't listened. I'm assuming he talked about Future's album.
Everything.
Yeah. Push's. Did he talk about Push's album?
Yes.
Yeah, I need to listen to him sometime because I haven't been. I need to hear his side of shit.
Yeah, he was talking about it, and he was like, he's trying to say that, like, it's not okay to say it, and then he says it 3 times for the chorus.
Yeah,
and he was like, that's no different. And he even says, imagine Jack Harlow. He goes, I don't want to say Jack Harlow. He goes, but I'm going to say Jack Harlow. He goes, imagine if Jack Harlow was like, it's wrong to say the N word, and then said it 3 times. It would be very, like, that's not, like, he would be...
Yeah, he'd be done.
And, yeah, and then he was like, just because you're saying it's not okay.
Yeah, and especially to use that as a chorus, too, is like...
Yeah, because the first time I heard it, I was like, what the fuck? Because, like, he even said it's not okay to say F, and I was like...
You're like, okay, well, like, yeah. Like,
I was like, oh, that was jarring. And then he just says it 3 times right after. I was like, you just said it wasn't okay. Quit.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it. I didn't like that song. I think it just... I don't know. It comes off weird. Just literally saying, don't say this word, but I'll say it. Just is so weird as hell.
Yeah. So, having listened to it 3 to 4 times, what are you rating it? Because I can't really give it a rating.
1 to 10 or, like, on his discography?
Let's go 1 to 10. I was like, because I think you already said you put it, like, lower.
Yeah.
Like, probably the lowest.
The only thing I think in his discography, like, I think Damn's much better. I think To Pimp is easily better.
To Pimp's, like... Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City, I think, is way better.
Section 80.
Section 80 is where I'm like...
Dude, Section 80 slaps.
It does, but I kind of sleep.
Rigor Mortis?
I know, man.
Dude, Rigor Mortis has one of the best beats I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense that you can rap over that beat.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds very jarring.
Yeah, you're right. Mr. Morale is his worst album. Thanks for selling me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I think when it comes to, like, what your standards are of, like, a good Kendrick album, because he has proven that he can say something very sentimental and it be a good album, like a good, like, returnable album like To Pimp. Mm-hmm. It is disappointing in that sense, because, like, he has proven that he can do both, and he can do both very well. But this one, he definitely sacrifices, like, the entertainment side of things to more, like, I guess, showcase the message behind everything.
Yeah, which is just weird. Like, that just comes off as a weird thing to me. And, like, I'm not going to critique it if, like, because we have a friend who some of the shit that he talks about, like, really hit home. Like, they were, like, crying during this album, listening to it. Like, it fucking hit home. And I was like, I don't have that impact. Like, this...
Yeah.
Like, this is...
I don't relate to any of this.
Yeah, like, it was like, that was super powerful for him, and I was like, that's awesome. Like, I wish I had that. I was like, but for me, I want the entertainment, because it's... Like, it's a fucking album that he's putting out for...
That's cool, bro, but I'm bored.
Yeah, like, it fucking just doesn't for me. And so, like, that's why, like, inherently, like, I heard Kodak on it, and I was like, what the fuck? And then he does good, so I was like, alright, let's go. And then... By the time I got to, like, the middle section...
Yeah.
Because I already looked through the list.
Yeah, where it changes to, like, 1 through 9 again.
Yeah. Well, I was looking through it, and I was like, I can't wait to get to the Baby Keem. Which is weird to me. To be like, I'm listening to a Kendrick album, and I'm like, I'm more excited for Baby Keem.
Well, yeah, because you've heard them two together.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard. Have you ever cried during an album?
No. I've never cried during a movie.
I think
like, I've gotten, like, emotional during a movie, but I've never, like, shed tears.
Same.
I just don't, like, that's not the level that my emotions are on. Like, I just don't go to that 10.
Yeah, like, I would, because I think the closest an album has ever brought me to that would probably be, like, Circles.
Dude, I was hoping you said something wild.
Like, I never liked you.
No, I can't quit listening to it.
Oh, dude, I've been listening to it so much.
It's my album of the year.
I think my favorite song from that now is 7:12 p.m. The opening song.
It's so good.
God damn. It is so brutal when that fucking line of him not caring.
I think that's another thing that's... And I even talked to our friend about this. I was like, I think this Kendrick album would have hit a lot harder in the winter. It's not... Right in the middle of summer, I don't want...
Yeah, bro, people are opening up at swimming pools.
Bro, I don't want...
Who's playing this right now?
Yeah, like, I don't want to hear, like, your therapist session... in the middle of summer. Like, give me that shit in the winter, and I bet this album hits.
Yeah, I'm inside, you know, pretty depressing. There's fucking gray sludge on the ground and shit, but,
like, right now, it's future. This is a future time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the future right now.
I'm gonna give it, like, a 6, 7.
Oh. That's fair.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's also one of those things where, like, I feel weird. I feel weird rating it at all, because it's just like, it doesn't, like, again, it just doesn't feel like it's made for me. Like, I couldn't imagine going to someone's therapy session and just being like, that's a 4. Like, that sucked.
Yeah.
That was boring as hell. Like,
boo.
Yeah, like, it's just not for me.
Shut up, pussy.
Yeah. I'm not nearly high enough a music reviewer to be like, fuck your therapy session, but...
Well, I think it's very fair if people are just seeing the thumbnail of this podcast and they just see me and you, that they're like, oh, these guys probably don't relate to Kendrick Lamar in any fucking way. Literally raised on opposite sides of the country, or pretty much the complete opposite of Kendrick Lamar in every sense. Yeah. That, like, this album is not made for us.
Yeah. Like, one of the biggest things for me is, like, production. The better the production, the more I can just get rid of.
Didn't, who worked with him on this?
On this?
Wasn't it, like, I think it's, like, a pretty big-name producer.
It might be. I thought you were going to say Baby Keem. I was like, no, Baby Keem worked on Damn, my favorite Kendrick album.
Oh, yeah.
Which was cool to see. You looked up who produced?
Yeah.
Pharrell?
Yeah.
Pharrell produced Mr. Morale.
Like the whole album, or?
No, Pharrell produced Mr. Morale. I guess the song Mr. Morale.
Mm-hmm.
The Alchemist produced We Cry Together.
Mm-hmm. That's the name I saw.
Yeah. So it looks like, there's good producers. But I don't know. Like, that's where I think To Pimp really shines, is that jazzy production that's on it.
Yeah.
Is, like, unmatched. Like, it feels like one of the best produced albums, and that's weird to say because it's not from, like, Pharrell.
Yeah.
Or, like, he had work on it, but I mean, like, it's not, like, a Pharrell album. It's not a Kanye album or something, like, who has that level of production.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this album is going to get more appreciated as time goes on.
I hope I fall in love with this album. I hope I quit listening to Future as much as I have been lately, and I start listening to...
Yeah, it's kind of turning me into a piece of shit. So, like, I need to stop listening to Massaging Me.
God, it's so good.
Like, I love that title because he's like, "Hey, get it? Because I'm a piece of shit." Isn't that fucking funny?
I saw a post that ranked that album, the Future album's track list. And I was I want to kind of do that. Did they have Massaging Me at the last? And I was like, you're out your fucking mind. I listened to that song like 14 times in a row just out of spite.
Yup. God, it's so fucking good.
Yeah. Which, speak of, my song of the week.
No way.
It's not. It's Know the Meaning by Future. Because I didn't know...
The meaning?
I didn't. I didn't know there were better songs than the intro on Dirty Sprite 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's on Dirty Sprite 2.
Oh, wow. Dirty Sprite 2. That's the...
That's Thought It Was a Drought. I Just Fucked Your Bitch.
Is that? That's Dirty Sprite 2?
Yeah, that's Dirty Sprite 2. That's the intro.
I love that album.
Yeah, that's the intro. Yeah. And I didn't know there was better songs than that.
Oh my... Dude, yeah, that has tons of shit. Like, Real Sisters, Rich Sex.
Real Sisters is my favorite Future song.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Know the Meaning is on there.
Dude, that whole album is crazy.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I need to go back and listen to that. That's a fun fucking album, dude.
I didn't realize Future's discography kind of slaps. Like, Dirty Sprite 2 is amazing. I Never Liked You is amazing.
Yeah.
His one that he just dropped, I think it's like, High Off Life or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's amazing. Hendrix, super good. Future, his self-titled album's good.
What's his older one that has like March Madness or like Coding Crazy on it?
Beast Mode.
Oh, yeah.
And...
Dude, March Madness is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, like I don't know. This album made me realize Future's really fucking good. I don't know how I didn't know.
Yeah, he's crazy talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really not bad at what he does.
Yeah, High Off Life. Save Me, I think's a decent little project. It had Exanit Damage. I thought it was okay. This album I think's fucking super good. The Wizard.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has one with Juice WRLD.
Mm-hmm. I only like a couple of songs of it. Yeah. Super Slimy I actually really like, but that's because I'm a Young Thug.
Yeah.
Fucking fan. Hendrix.
Hendrix wasn't my favorite. Super Slimy's not my favorite. Future.
Hendrix is like probably my third favorite album from him.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been going back my collection. One of his best songs ever. Future, super good. Evil.
And like that's a
yeah. Purple Rain kind of slaps. What a Time to Be Alive.
Oh yeah.
Then Dirty Sprite 2. Real Sisters, so good.
God damn.
56 Nights.
Oh, that's the one March Madness, ain't it?
Yes, this has March Madness. That's
Beast Mode.
And then Beast Mode, Monster.
Yep.
Honest has Move That Dope. That was the first song I really loved from Future. Not the first song I liked, which is
Pluto 3D.
Pluto 3D. I don't think I had anything.
Are these all the shit you have, or are you just looking at
this is his discography.
Well, I'll say because I saw an instrumental album, and I'm like, why are you downloading the instrumental?
No.
I was like, you have literally everything by Future, but you won't download the complete Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. You're a dick.
He doesn't deserve it.
But no, you're actually a scumbag if you have everything in Future's discography on your phone.
Yeah. Turn on the Lights was the first song from Future I ever heard.
I think so too. Yeah, I didn't know that was his earliest one, but yeah, that's definitely the.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck's Astronaut.
Astronaut Status.
Yeah.
Album in 2012.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know any of these songs.
Yeah, I was 15.
It has Ludacris on it, which is at least a big name for that time. Not anymore. He's got Gucci on this.
Wow.
Yeah, so
yeah, I probably don't need to listen to that album.
Nah, I would say take the pass on it.
Yeah, I'm good. But so your song of the week was
Know the Meaning.
Know the Meaning, and mine was in 95.
3 future songs in a row for me.
About to make it a clean sweep for the month of May.
It's been a good month.
Yeah. Not for the women in your life, but for Brenden Kron, the alpha male, it's been a pretty good month.
That's right. That's the Jammin, Kron Rex. Peace.